Well, hello everybody and welcome to a interesting video. I am here today at Llandiadog with what appears to be a train with no locomotive. Oh my god, what are we thinking of? There's no locomotive. Well, I thought we'd do something a little bit different today. I'm here to show you a new pack which is being released by Blastpipe Productions, Sam Steventon, who has been helping me a lot, and I'll explain a bit about that in this video. He has created this wonderful reskin pack of the Matrix Trains LMS P3 coaches and the RSC or Dovetail Games Duchess to give them the Royal Scot livery and name boards and stuff like that. The pack is all here. Actually, it's 13 coaches of awesomeness. I'm not a huge LMS fan, but until now it is. I've always been sort of, as a Western region man, always against LMS. It's a political thing more than anything. I think no matter how awesome it looks, it doesn't look good. Basically, nah, I'm only joking. This reskin pack is one of the best that's out there, actually. And here is the Duchess. You're probably thinking, Reese, you're an idiot. It's the wrong way round. Well, I thought we'd do something a bit different in this video. I thought that we'd actually prepare a train, Instead of me just going, hey, look, it's Llandiadog. The state train is at the station. Let's go. And then I thought we'd actually do a little bit of the preparation work. I left the coal level at 100% because I wasn't sure if this thing would actually work. I didn't have time to check it. I've just spent the last hour trying to make Bandicam work again. For some reason, when I updated my graphics card driver, Bandicam decided, no, I don't like it, and wouldn't work. So, yeah. Anyway, let's get this bus out the garage. So, I've already clicked on the loco, put her in reverse. Probably worth mentioning, if you press B you don't get another whistle, you actually change the driving mode as shown in the top right, which is behind my webcam, so you won't see that, never mind. So let's put realistic driving mode selected. I did empty the water out of the tender, so we've only got 400 gallons, so we're going to see if this water tower works. So let's, the loco has been put in the shed. What time is it in game? Oh, it's 12:04, so we're actually 4 minutes late already. Awesome. So we're going to depart, well, as soon as we're ready. So we've got to get the loco out the shed. We're going to pretend that we've called her up, because I wasn't sure if this call stage in-game would actually work. So, yeah, I probably should have checked that. As I said, I've just spent the last hour trying to make Bandicam work, so I kind of lost the enthusiasm to actually... Oh my god, there's people in the shed. Oh, those are my buffer marks. So basically, when I'm making Over the Hills, I put people down on the track to mark where the buffers are. So that when I move locos around when I'm filming, there's like a sort of reference as where they were at the end of that particular shot. And you may be wondering as well, what is this? A loco with a face? And it's not only a face, it is an actual female face. Oh my god! We have an actual Duchess, ladies and gentlemen. So Sam, of Blastpipe Productions, has been very kind in assisting with fitting a face as a child object. This has been great because he's also made me a tutorial so that I can do it myself. So I'm no longer going to be reliant on other people to make new faces for locos to be used in Over the Hills. This was just a sample to see how it works, basically. And I've also promised Sam that I would make him a video to show off his new reskin pack. So I believe it has been released. Yes, it has been released. So I'll put a link below in the description. Product placement! So feel free to head on over and download it. And I probably ought to set the road. Oh, we are going on the correct road. That's good. So we're going to head to this water tower. I'm going extremely slow over the point work because it's a very rickety old set of points. you know, the track work hasn't been maintained particularly well, and on into the preservation area, or preservation era, I should say, it probably hasn't been maintained even more. Even worse than British Railways. So, you know, anything could happen. I'm surprised it didn't split the points, actually. So we're going to stop at the water tower, take on some water. Oh! I put the lamps on! I am so clever! I've taken about 4 caffeine tablets before I started this video as well. Let's see if we can stop in the right place. Brakes, brakes, brakes! Full brakes, dump. Ah! I'm about an inch off. Let's see, will it work? Well, I've pressed the T button. Ah, you have to release the T key. 400 gallons. Ah, there we go. Water's going in, ladies and gents. So, in real life, I think we'd actually just be emptying. Yeah, the sound went weird then for me. I don't know if it's the same for you guys watching, but there is no sound. However, when I do that, I have a whistle, so, Alright. Okay, we got sound again. Maybe it's just the computer being weird. 1,500 gallons. So, in real life, we'd be emptying this straight onto the track, but for the sake of train sim, I think it's close enough. Who's going to argue with, you know, a couple of inches, as I tell my wife. But, you know, glossing over that, let's set the points while we're waiting. So I'm just going to pretend for a moment that... Oh, where the hell are we going? I don't think I can use that slip. Yeah, oh, well, that's the only option we have. You have to use that slip. If I've put the coaches too far here, then we shafted ourselves. No, I haven't. We're good. We're good. There's enough room. And if there's not, we'll make room. 2,800 gallons. How much water does this thing take? There is no icon on the tender, sadly, that says how much water it takes. It's usually about 5,000 gallons, I think. And we need to turn her on the turntable. Let's hope that this turntable is actually big enough, because otherwise we'll have to restart the video with an engine that is already the correct way round. Which is going to suck if I have to do that. So, Royal Scot. We've got... There's 13 coaches on this rake. This is a full rake. Sam did tell me how to set it up. He gave me a very complicated set of instructions on which locos or which coaches go where, and I've got them on a piece of paper somewhere, and I don't know where. Awesome. So this is going well. There we go. Okay, so you have, from the different coach packs, it's got to be... No, that's not right. Oh no, that was the key I made. Okay, no, don't ignore me. I'm talking shit. As always, talking through my arsehole. Right, we're full of water. 4,000 gallons. I was actually wrong. Oh my god, I was wrong about something. There is no way that's possible. So let's dump the brakes off. Come on, Duchess. It's time to be turned. Power! Poop, poop. Pretty manly whistle for such a girly loco, you know. Although I have to say, having a face on this loco, it surprised me when Sam first showed me how good or how well it actually suits the machine. And will it be a future character in Over the Hills? Possibly. I haven't written that far into the series yet, but I think there is a good chance that this will happen. I mean, just look at this. I'm going to turn that menu off for a second. If I take a screenshot, it's probably going to crash my game. So, no, I'm not going to even try it. I'm recording this video, and if I take a screenshot, it will. All the problems I've had with Bandicam this morning, trying to... Oh, crap! You know, it would probably be a good idea to turn the turntable, which turns at 100,000 miles an hour for some reason. Back you onto the turntable. What could possibly go wrong at this moment? We're in for a full-length cab ride, I believe. I'm not sure yet whether we'll do both ways. We might. It's 8:45 in the morning. It's my day off. I got a few things. I got a whole list of shit to go through with you guys. So, you know, get yourselves a cup of tea. We're going to turn the loco. We're going to head off. And I'm going to talk a load of shit to you for the next hour. Oh, look at that. I mean, I would think that this turntable would take a Duchess. It looks big enough. We probably could increase the speed a little bit, you know. I would like to get to Blindbarris today and not in 20 years. And also I would like to have water. Yeah, we're going to fit, no problem. Brakes on, please. How does this fit? Well, we could go back a little bit more, actually. That's brakes fully applied. Let's see if I could just shove it back a bit. The answer is yes. There we go. Didn't even have to take the brakes off. Although I've probably gone a bit too far now, so let's go... let's just try it first. Let's see if we'll actually turn. Press G. The answer is no. So I'm not in the right place. I think we've gone ever so slightly too far back. So let's move it forward. Right, let's try that. You've got to be in exactly the right position. Although I've got this gut feeling that it's not going to work at all. No, it's not going to work, is it? Are we seriously too long? Are you really going to make me... why this? Okay, it's definitely not going to work now. Yeah. I feel this is an episode of Thomas the Tank Engine coming on. Duchess, you are causing me confusion and delay. Why this? You know, considering how difficult this is to actually move the bloody thing, I don't know how Gordon managed to stop the turntable from turning. Stop! I think we've gone too far again. It's not working. Okay, so ladies and gents, I'm going to stop the video and I'm going to reload with the Duchess in the right place. So, boop. Okay, so we're just going to kind of pretend that we turn the turntable. For the sake, because it's, you know, because Train Simulator, we weren't able to turn it, but meh, whatever. I gotta say, doesn't that look amazing? Amazing! You know, beautiful machine on turntable at Llandeardog, which couldn't turn it round because Train Simulator, but we're gonna, you know, for all intents and purposes, it did. So let's set all the points, because I've just had to reload this scenario, because that's how we roll. If at first you don't exceed, press Alt and F4 and try again. Let's move off the turntable. So back, beast, back! Poop, poop! You shall smite me. It's because I made those comments about the Great Western, isn't it? Great Western superiority over the LMS. She's gonna be a bitch today. Duchess, you're a bitch. So anyway, regardless of Duchess being a bit of a bitch, we are rolling in the right direction, and we've turned and we've put water in, even though I may have cheated and reloaded the scenario and just filled the tank in the scenario editor, but we'll gloss over that. We'll just pretend that didn't happen. I'm definitely sure that this loco would have split these points by now. It just would have happened. So far, you know, we've moved out the shed and we've already messed it up. I'm sure there's going to be other Alt F4 moments on this run. Brakes on, please. Stop! Press 9 and let's set the road. 1. Yep, we're going to go all the way. Light engine movement, permission from the signalman. So, local regulation on the Penwyth Valley Railway, which, as somebody mentioned in the comments in one of the other videos, it's a local regulation, but to be honest, I just totally ignore it. No, it didn't do it. Okay. Mr. Signalman, I want to go to the head shunt, please. No? No, I'm not allowed. Well, screw you. You know, you don't know what you're talking about. I'm the owner of this railway. So, off we go. For those of you watching as well, this route, the train simulator route, is actually the S-Waith branch. And it's available on UK Train Sim. Perhaps, if I feel generous, I'll put the link in the description below. I didn't make the route. I made some minor modifications to the route, such as adding station signs like this one. And that is more or less all the changes. I did change this turntable bit a little bit from the original route, but I didn't make that many changes. So, for those of you who are asking me continuously, release the route, I'm not going to release the route. It's not my route to release. I do have some sense of self-respect, even though I completely stole the route and claimed it to be my own, which I didn't, but, you know, we'll gloss over that. But for the route creator, Mr. Robert McGregor, it is a fabulous route. It really is. That's why I wanted to use it for my series. And I'm never going to release this version. There's only slight edits to it, but I would never release it because it's claiming ownership of something that isn't mine. So I would never do that. So anyway, heading under the bridge in Llandiedog. How fast are we going? 3 miles an hour. 3 miles an hour, ladies and gentlemen. The Duchesses were well renowned for being capable of speeds of almost similar to an A4 Pacific. But 3 miles an hour is all we're going to do today. That would be an interesting video. You know, Llandiedog to Blaenberris at 3 miles an hour. 27 hours later. If any of you go and do the maths on that, I don't care what the real answer is. I don't play by the rules. I make the rules. Oh yes. We could probably increase the speed. Come on. Duchess, you are the slowest Duchess in the history of the entire world. The Neanderthals were driving Duchesses faster than you 10,000 years ago. Even though that makes no sense. You could tell I've had some caffeine tablets today. Brakes on, please, Mr. Person. Okay. Light engine shunt is almost complete. And where's the map? There we go. Service number 1. And it's gone off. There we go. And we are set for the road. Alright. Let's do this. Full reverse. Brakes released. Poop poop. Poop poop. Power. Power to the Duchess. Full speed astern. So we're already about 20 minutes into this video and I haven't really told you anything. I got a whole list of shit to talk about, but we got a long video ahead of us. Oh, that's just so screenshot worthy. I just really want to take some screenshots, but I don't want to crash the video. Let's try it. Oh, yes! It didn't crash! I can take screenshots and I'm not going to crash the video. Yay! I is so happy. So I'm going to be happily screenshotting my way to glory. As we roll at minus the speed of sound across these set of points. It was not a good idea to have so much caffeine today. Sam, you're probably watching this and cringing because I'm bringing your organisation into disrepute by taking so much caffeine. I advocate the use of caffeine. Caffeine is wonderful. Not cocaine, that's not so good. Very bad for your teeth. Yeah. So, dental advice for you all there. Oh yes. Oh yes. Look at this Duchess. Oh yes. I'm off my tits. So, I've made a couple of videos already about this Duchess. They were like kind of quick flicks just to show off the model and the coaches. And now the face. You are the slowest Duchess in the world. Why? Why this? 3 miles an hour. Are you only capable of 3 miles an hour while rolling? Right. We need to look out the cab window. Let's see. I need a shunter. You're alright. 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 I burped. You're alright. You're alright. You're alright. You're alright. You're alright. You're alright. And stop! Brakes on. Oh fuck. Stop, 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 stop! I had to do an emergency dump there. Oh! 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 Okay. Now let's see, those of you who are actually working on heritage railways. I do remember some things. Buffer up. I don't remember much from my days. It's been a long time since I volunteered on a heritage railway. Let's just squeeze those buffers gently. Squeeze. Squeeze those buffers gently. Oh, yes. And Inception. I don't believe it. The buffers have actually gone through each other. No. How do I couple up again? Control C. Control Shift and C. Okay. I forgot. I completely had a brain fart and forgot how to couple up. So the end of the train is still a good 2 meters away from the buffers. We're coupled up. We're connecting the vacuum brakes. Or is it air brake? It might be air brake, this train. Steam heating. Electric supply, I guess. There would be some form of electric lighting or something from the loco. Maybe there's batteries underneath the carriages for all I know. Okay, so let's get everybody on. Poop. All the millions of people that are invisible to the naked eye. It's a ghost train, a ghost train. Screenshot. Boop. I love this look. Oh, yes. LMS Duchess on a Great Western branch line, which actually wasn't Great Western. In the history of the Landiadog line, it was technically LNWR. But then at some point, I'm going to make in the story that it was amalgamated into the GWR. But it's going to have, you know, the LNWR massive tender engines running heavy freight traffic on the line at some point. Anyway, let's get the brakes off. No, reg, shut that reg, you stupid cow. You do not open that reg until I open it. So, blower off, dampers on, let's shovel some coal. What I normally do is I shovel from here, leaving Landiadog until the bridge, just to give you a bit of a, you know, little bit of coal, and then on the incline as you're going up the hill from Landiadog, you draw the fire and get it burning. So by the time you reach Pantygasog, you should theoretically have a good fire. And there's my dog. Hello, dog. Well, you gonna ignore me then, are you? Right, okay. Dog is ignoring me. Dog number 1, this is. Or is it dog number 2? It's one of them. It's finally time to leave Landiadog Harbour Station. So, without any further ado, we're off. And I have use of the Xbox 360 controller, so I could do shots like this. Oh yes, oh yes, look at this shot. Look at this beautiful over the hill style shot. Hello, Duchess. Not much sound considering she's puffing. Not really sure what's going on there. I think the sound has gone weird. Oh, there is sound. I think my game sound must just be, like, really low. Let me turn... Oh, no, 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 no! No, 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 no! Disaster! Emergency brake application! Right, okay. I'm gonna have to take screenshots because we need to send a... we need to send an accident investigation report to the RAIB. Okay, so screenshots. So we ran past a set of points which should have been set by the signalman. Disaster on the Penwyth Valley Railway. We ran past a signal at red, so SPAD. We've had a SPAD incident on the Penwyth Valley Railway. Look at this. I'm gathering evidence for the RAIB, like a responsible safety officer for the company. Signalman, where are you? Mr. Signalman, you are hereby suspended from active duty without pay for a period of up to 2 weeks while investigation is ongoing, and we shall commence disciplinary proceedings in response. So, Mr. Driver, you now have permission to set back to Llandeardog Harbour platform. This is not a normal movement, but the circumstances of the case have admitted that this is happening. You know, I just totally blamed somebody else for my own fuck up here. But hey, this is Train Sim! Who cares? This, if we were doing it that realistically, this engine would not have a face. Excuse me. Oh, now we're going to do the 3-mile-an-hour shit back to Llandeardog Station. And we're going to be blowing off the whole way as well, I expect. Yeah, I probably should have checked the points before I headed off. So, Sam, I'm doing a really good job of broadcasting your reskin to the world. At least it's entertaining. That's what we got to admit. It is entertainment. Watching my gross incompetence and miscarriage of justice. So this is a completely unauthorized engine or light engine. No, it's not a light engine move. This is an anti-coaching stock movement back into Llandeardog platform. Nah, we'll just stop here. I think this'll do. Brakes on, please, Mr. Driver. And we'll try again. Okay, so the road is set. The 12:05, which is now running 16 minutes late, can finally depart. Here we go. And we're off. Full power. Because we're running late, let's get some speed. Oh yeah. Shut the drain taps, and we're off. Pull back to about 45% cut off, or 40%. We can probably shut this reg a little bit. And we're off. Like, okay, finally. Put the brake to the running position to save a bit of steam. Dampers are open. Maximising. Oh, crap. It's only 25-mile-an-hour speed limit. I know you were eager to get back on time. But geez, Mr. Driver, we have to be careful. We've already had to send an incident report to the RAIB. We're already in trouble as it is. We've got a disciplinary procedure against the signalman. Driver and fireman have to be breathalyzed, as does the guard of the train. All the travelling ticket inspectors need to be breathalyzed as well. In fact, let's breathalyze every single passenger. Even the ones that were drinking heavily before the train set off. Yes. You were given 20 complimentary glasses of martini, but now you're being breathalyzed, and you could be prosecuted. There we go. We're off. The Royal Scot of Negligence. The Negligent Scot. It's not going to be the Royal Scot in the Negligent Scot. Maybe that'll be the title of this video. The Royal Scot of Gross Negligence and Corporate Manslaughter. Alright, we're off and running. Okay, good. Excellent. We're doing well now. And I got my Xbox controller out so I could do me wide angle shots. Dooby 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 doo. Here we go. Let's do an over the hill style shot here. So I use the joystick just to control the camera to give me a nice sweeping arc as the train goes past. And that was a very over the hills-esque shot. And then you very slowly release the joystick as the train goes past. And then you press stop recording. And I really hope this is still recording. Oh, we're slowing down. Come on. Power to the people. Come on, Duchess. You can do it. I believe in you. We're running 18 minutes behind time. Into the tunnel, lost his own funnel, and now she's a Duchess. Alright. I don't think we're going to be stopping at many stations along the way because we do have a 13 coach train. However, I do think we're going to have to make the obligational stop at Pantygassog, even though it's a single platform with only space for 6 coaches. I think we'll stop at Pantygassog because it just looks really good when we go through and stop. But listen to the romping of the Duchess. We got 13 coaches on the back. 13! Which in Over the Hills episode 6, Di has 13 coaches and he struggles like hell. Shut the reg. Now turn that off. Let's zoom ahead to the level crossing to get me obligational shot of La Duchess arriving at Pantygassog, even though we're going way too fast, so let's dump the brakes. Fully dumped brakes. Now release. Still going way too fast. Dump, dump, dump. Dump! Dump! Oh! Do you know what? Considering that was like pretty much panicking the whole way, that was a pretty good stop for one of my videos. We've actually stopped at a really good place. Get in quickly, please, everybody, even though I've just destroyed the platform again. Doors open. Hello, everybody. Get on the Royal Negligent Scot. I gotta get some screenshots, I'm sorry. She does have this manic stare. Hello, Gordon. I want you, Gordon. If any of you know what the video that's from, I'll give you a cookie. Alright, let's see. So, wow, we used a lot of water doing that run. We're already low, but then we are blowing off like hell. So let's put some water in and let's start shoveling Chimco. Take the brakes off. And let's get out of here. Let's make like a tree and get out of here. I do wish that some locos had more better wheel slip physics, because I would love to see this loco just go whoop, 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 whoop. You know, and that is how trains sound when they wheel slip. Oh yes. Oh, I could have used my Xbox controller. Let's try again. Xbox time. Dooby doo. You beautiful machine. What a shot. If I do say so myself, what a shot. Could not have got any better of a shot in any video in the history of the entire planet. Even the Neanderthals that drove on the LMS all those years ago couldn't have done it better. Angry Welshman Productions, ladies and gents. I don't know why, but I just stopped recording the video. I really don't know why I did that. And it would help if I actually opened the reg as well. Come on, open reg. Let's go. Power, come on. Yes, Abdul the engine is back. Abdul the racist engine. So let's push up to 40 miles an hour because the line speed is 30. So let's push up to 40 because I make the rules, ladies and gents. That's how we roll on the Penwyth Valley Railway. Power. 40% cut off. Oh right. This beast has got so much pulling power, it's unbelievable. It is pretty overkill considering we're on a preserved railway. So I've stopped shoveling. 35 miles an hour. Poop poop. 30 mile an hour speed limit, but who cares? We're already behind time. Put her back to 30% cut off, and we'll see if we could just maintain speed. Oh my god! I don't know how that's happened. Shut the injectors, we've basically overfilled the boiler. Alright. 40 miles an hour. And she is coping magnificently. Let's have a look inside the coaches. LMS P3 Coaches. Not really sure exactly what that means. If any of you know, just let me know in the comments. Let's see. So let's do some arty-farty stuff. Poop poop. Oh yeah. I'm using the Xbox controller joystick for that one. I know why. I know why I'm doing it. Every time that I want to use the joystick, I put the controller down and then I want to press F10 to stop recording. So at some point I'm sure I'm going to stop recording the video again. It's because when I'm filming Over the Hills, I normally film a scene like that, where you're on the line side, and then I stop recording. I don't just film it in one go, I film it in individual clips. So that's probably the reason why. Oh, we're going to kill all the volunteers again. Seems to be a bit of a tradition now to kill the volunteers, and they're all dead. Another RAIB report, but to be honest, I think the RAIB are a bit fed up of receiving the report that a Penwyth Valley Railway train has crushed all its volunteers. Shut the reg, apply the brake, because we're going into a tunnel. And the speed limit here is going down to 20 miles an hour, so we're applying the brake, put it back to the running position, even though it seems to come off. Come on. I do love that whistle. That whistle does sound good. Alright, we're down to, what's that? 22 miles an hour. 20! Yes! We're already in enough trouble with the RARB. 20 miles an hour, ladies and gents. Just as we enter the 20 zone. Oh yeah. I am a professional negligence driver. Come on, Duchess, you could do this. That could be a new saying for these videos. Professionally negligent. Over the hills style shot. This reminds me of one of the episodes. You got to be very careful with the joystick, you know, as you're making these shots, because if you just jab it, then you ruin the whole shot and you have to start all over again. That means setting the loco back to wherever it started, getting it up to the correct speed, all that jazz. Oh, we got kitchen cars. So the people on the train are enjoying their nice meal. Let's spill all the drinks. Power, Reg! So everybody in the kitchen car has just fallen over as I've opened the regulator to accelerate to 88 miles an hour and start going through the space-time continuum. Back to 1935. Why 1935, I don't know. But we're pushing back up to 40 miles an hour line speed as we approach the next state. Oh no, we're going to go 40 miles an hour. Then we're going to slow down, pass through a station, which I can't remember the name of at this exact moment. So as we're pushing up the speed and irritating all of our passengers and blowing the whistle for no reason apart from the sign, we'd like to tell everybody that on Thursday of last week I went for an exam, and basically it's in the job that I do, navigating ships, you do different exams to become different levels of officers on board. So the qualification that I've had up until Thursday was Officer of the Watch. So that enables me to be effectively an entry-level officer in the deck department. But on Thursday I did my Chief Officer exam, and that now I passed it, thankfully. It's taken me 3 years. I started the course back in September 2015. Let's shut the reg. It was only supposed to take 1 year to do that course. So I did all the college program back in 2015 and 16, but because I ran out of money and I failed the exam back in 2016, I went back to sea to earn some more cash, and then I found it very difficult to be at sea for 4 months and then come back home, and in the time, you know, the limited time that you have with your family and friends and to do the videos, you know, I had to commit myself to studying for the exam again, and this I found extremely difficult over the last couple of years. And so I tried the exam on 3 occasions. The first 2 times I failed it, and now finally on the 3rd occasion I've passed. But that was the same as when I originally did my Officer of the Watch ticket. It was 3 attempts. So what is an orals exam? I imagine some of you have done job interviews. Imagine a job interview where you get, you know, where they don't just ask, most job interviews they ask you, give me an example of a situation where you had to deal with an angry customer, or, you know, brakes, Mr. Negligent Driver, you need to slow down to 15 miles an hour. So yeah, give me an example of a time where you've had to deal with a difficult customer, or a difficult situation, or a fight between 2 employees, that sort of stuff. You know, it's a bit like that, except it's all to do with ships and shipping and your level of knowledge. So there's safety critical things. So if you get it wrong, and you know, the result of you getting it wrong means that somebody could have lost their life or become injured as a result. So, for example, with collision regs, there's a convention called the International Regulations for the Prevention of Collisions at Sea. Some of you who work on ships know about these, and you have to know the rules off by heart, and you have to be able to take action with all different kinds of ships correctly. And if you get it wrong, it's game over. There's no, are you sure about that? There's no, can I try that one again? Can I change my answers? No, if you get it wrong, you're done. You fail the whole exam. In order to practice, I've been using these ship models, and hopefully I'm going to make the screen bigger, the camera view bigger, so that you can see. Using these models, this is a Triang Mimic ship of a Mariner class cargo vessel. And I've been using these little ships as practice, because when you're in the exam, they put a ship in front of you. In fact, I got 2 of them, just to show you. Here's a warship. I basically put them on the table and say, you're on this ship, and you've got this ship here. What are you going to do? You know, and apply the rules, that sort of thing. So it takes a while to do it, as you can imagine. Luckily, I passed. However, I feel that I'm going to make a set of videos based on that, you know, using these ship models, because I've got so many ship models. For my wedding, I got married back at the end of June, and we had a series of these ship models, Atlas Editions, ocean liners, as the names of each table. So when people sat at the tables, they were sat on an actual ship. So we had Titanic, we had Queen Mary, we had Lusitania, the Mauretania, the SS New York, the SS Great Britain, you know, all these different ships. So I've got all these ships left over from this model collection. Some of them I've put up for sale because they, you know, the packaging was unopened, so I thought just sell them on. So what I'm going to do is build a little like film set, and I'm going to make my own Rules of the Road video. So we're almost out of the 15 miles an hour section, so I know it's really boring and I'm talking a load of rubbish. So yeah, I've passed my chief mates. So as I was saying about, you know, I would come home from 4 months at sea, and believe me, after 4 months away, and for those 4 months you're working a minimum of 10 hours every single day, and you don't really have days off. You have days where you can, you know, you still work at least 7 or 8 hours, but then you can go ashore for a bit and go sit on a beach or go to the shops or find somewhere to get Wi-Fi or whatever. But it's just not the same as, you know, being at home. You're not really free. So after 4 months, it really is exhausting, and you're 4 months away from your family, and then you finally come home and you got to study. That's basically what my life has been like for the last 2 years, or 2.5 years. And it has sucked because it has meant things like Over the Hills has been really effectively put on the back burner. Even though I have managed to get 6 episodes created, I've had to refilm them from the original series because of the Faces project. Oh, look at that. Screenshots! Screenshot heaven. So, you know, it's taken its toll, really, because I know you guys are fed up of it, of, you know, me having to remake old videos. I'm certainly fed up of it. However, I'll explain a bit more later. It looks like I may have to remake the series again. Are we out of the speed restriction yet? Once we're off this bridge, we're out of the speed restriction, so I can push back up to 40. I think. Yeah, where's the sign? Yeah, there we go. Push up. Power. Spill every drink again. So, basically I've got to redo all the audio because I'm changing the voice actors around. Those of you on the Angry Welshman Productions Facebook group know I've posted a big post which explains the situation. I'm not going to go into details about the situation. I feel that post has, you know, explained it. But I'm going to redo the series and I'm going to change all the voice actors. I'm going to change the name of the characters. I'm quite lucky, actually. I know many of you are going to go, "Oh no, I should have a reboot!" Ah! But, frankly, I can make a reboot of the series just changing the audio files, and it's not going to take half as long, not even a quarter as long, as when the Faces project came out, because that involved refilming every scene. This time, all it will be is changing some voice actors around, changing some audio files around, and boom, it's done. So it's very fortunate, actually, and I feel it needs to be done, because it's sort of, even though it sucks in the short term, the long term, over the next few years, it's going to set the series up for a more prosperous future. If I put the effort in now. If I don't do it now, because we're only 6 episodes in, which, you know, already sucks because we should have been at least 12 in by this point, because it did start back in 2014. But I feel I can get these episodes re-edited with new audio files quite quickly. So I'm confident that it's not going to be that much of a job. The other thing is that, as you've seen with this video, the Duchess, this proves that people in the community, the Angry Welshman Productions community, are willing to help. You know, they're willing to put the effort in to help me continue the series, And there's been a lot of supportive comments made on the post on Facebook, which say, you know, they'd rather it not rebooted, and I do understand that. I do understand that it's a very frustrating thing. For me also, I mean, you know, this will be the third time. Actually, there was the first series back, which started back in 2008. Then it got rebooted the first time. Then it got rebooted the second time. So this will be reboot number 3, but it will actually be version 4.0, effectively. So, you know, I know that the reboot people are going to go mad about this, but at the end of the day, I've got to do what's right for myself, and I've got to do what's right for the series. And if I put the effort in now and do it now, it's going to secure it long term for the future. So, yeah, let me go through my list of stuff to talk about. Chief Mate's exam talked about. Duchess exam. No, exam? Duchess exam? Sam is going to start sending me an exam. What colour is the Duchess? How many rivets does the Duchess have? Compare Duchess to Shakespeare's Of Mice and Men, which wasn't written by Shakespeare. That was written by some other guy. I'm useless at this. Okay, yeah, alright. The other thing I wanted to talk to you guys about, you're all aware, I believe, that I work away at sea. This has now changed. Some of you on the Facebook group might be aware. I've actually applied and been successful in getting a new job. And the other day, in fact yesterday morning, I formally handed in my notice to Holland America Line. I quit. I've quit Holland America Line. I'm no longer working on passenger ships. Instead, I've got a job and I'm training to be a marine pilot. That's going to involve, for the first year, moving up to Hull. And then, from then on, I will, in fact, be based in South Wales. Which is really good, you know. That means I can live at home permanently. And then turn up and work in my local area. And that's really good for me. It means that I could spend a lot more time at home with my family. And more importantly, for you guys watching this video, it means content will be it'll be uploaded far more often. I am hoping to expand on videos. I'm probably not going to continue the races. Those of you who are asking about the races, join the Angry Welshman Productions Facebook group. The videos are still on YouTube, but they're unlisted. So if you join the AWP Facebook group, link is in the description below. I'm going to post a page which has all the links to those videos, because with unlisted videos you can only access them if you have the link. So that's what that will be. So if you want to watch those videos, you need to be a member of the Facebook group. It's almost like an exclusive group now, you know, to give you some reward for joining. So, quit HAL, more time in the UK, voice acting I've talked about. Less time between videos, I've talked about that. So, you know, it means content for for this channel is going to come up far more often. And with a bit of luck, I think Over the Hills will be coming out, you know, far more often, or, you know, there'll be much less time between episodes. I would like to sort of schedule them as well. What I want to do in the future, and I've wanted to do this for a long time, is instead of making one episode at a time, I want to make all of the episodes and then edit them, and then, you know, and then like 1 week at a time in a scheduled manner, upload them to YouTube. I've wanted to do this for a long time, but circumstances have kind of dictated that's not really that possible. Having a bit of trouble applying this brake at the moment. Every time I put it in a different position, it seems to just go off. Right. Slow down to 15 miles an hour. Brakes on, please. So we're approaching the little tunnel just before we enter Aberystwyth Station. We need to reduce our speed. 15 miles an hour while we're approaching the station limit. We've used about 600 gallons, or just over 500 gallons of water so far. So it's not that much. We're still blowing off like hell, so I'm going to shut the dampers for a bit. Oh, the other thing I was going to mention is some of you will know Matthew Edmondson, otherwise known as Cool Matty. He used to partake in a lot of videos, such as the races and War Thunder videos. We're hoping to do something with World of Warships in the future. He's actually making some scenarios for this route. He's going to edit them and send them to me so that hopefully during these videos or live streams we'll actually have some AI traffic on the route. Because that's something that is missing, is unless I put traffic on the route as a static object, then, you know, nothing really, you don't see any other locos. Which is a bit of a shame, especially for such a nice route. So we're just pulling into Aberystwyth. I need to transfer, because there's two different versions of this route. There's like this version, which is on the desktop computer, and then there's the version which is on the laptop, which I actually use for the new series. There's not much difference, it's just that I've changed some static objects or scenery objects. Here we go. We are at Aberystwyth. At the signal. I was just about to say that the engine is quiet, but it's not. The engine is extremely loud. And we've got a lovely big signal in the way of what would have been a really nice screenshot, so meh. Get in quickly, please, even though we're just waiting for something. Yeah, I still need to change the station. It's only one coach apparently can open its doors. Oh, I better change the points. There we go. And we are set all the way until the next station, or the next passing loop, which is at Penwyth Colliery. Okay. Since there's no other traffic on the line, we don't really need to spend long here. So I'm going to open the dampers again, open the drain taps, release the brake, poop poop, and power our way out. Off we go. Oh yeah. Look at this. What a shot. And I did it all one-handed. Although I probably shouldn't be powering off quite so quickly, because it is technically still 15 mile an hour speed limit. Whoopsie. Speeding report to the RAIB. Right. So, we've got plenty of coal in the fire. The firebox was on fire! Oh my god, it's 9:30. How long have we actually been going? About 45 minutes into the video. I might edit this video, I might edit it down just a little bit, because I think there might be some periods where I'm either talking shit or just, you know, you guys probably wouldn't be interested. But we'll see how I feel. Maybe I'll just not bother editing it. Now we're pushing up to 40 miles an hour on what is now the most hilly section of the line. There's no stops now until we reach Penwyth passing loop. Blowing off like hell again. Poop poop. Poop poop. Poop poop. Why does that amuse me so much? Ugh. I'm sat here and I just want to run 1,000 miles because of all the caffeine that I had earlier. Oh yeah, Sam was having a go at me because I needed to turn this coach around. The Royal Scot thing on the door thing. Looks really good, doesn't it? Oh my god, I go way too fast. RAIB report again. I think you guys know. I think you guys need to send a comment on every time that there's an RAIP worthy report that needs to be sent. Took a screenshot then. And we're going ever so fast. Oh yeah, as managing director and chairman of the line, I'm going to say I temporarily increased the maximum speed on this section to allow for high-speed steam testing, so that's why I was capable of more than 40 miles an hour. It's funny, when I'm driving, there's no such thing as gross negligence. Poop, poop. What else am I going to talk about? So I talked about the caffeine tablets. Ah, Bus Simulator. Those of you who are familiar with Steam are aware that a new game has been released in the last month or two, and it's called Bus Simulator. Now, I downloaded it and I played it a little bit. It looks like a lot of fun, actually. So I'm thinking of making like a series of videos based on me setting up my own bus company. And yes, I will be calling it Smith & Sons. I believe there's even a multiplayer in that game, so hopefully in the next couple of weeks we'll get Mr. James Littlewood into the videos, we'll get Matt, maybe some other people. We'll get some people in a multiplayer session. I would love to see, you know, Train Sim multiplayer. There is Trains multiplayer, but I actively reject the notion of Trains. Because it's shit. Sorry if everybody loves Trains, but it is shit. So we're passing through Nanty Glen, where Mr. Davies lives. And we're going to pass his house at 40 miles an hour, so I'm going to have to use my drone, my filming drone, to zoom on. Hello, it's Mrs. Victoria and the dogs. That is definitely an over-the-hillsy shot. Poop, poop. I'm such a child. So I got the Xbox controller out, ladies and gents. We're going to come flying past at full speed, full line speed, and I need to shut off the injectors, otherwise we're just going to, like, do things. Here we come. There we go. Oh, it's too late to get a screenshot. That would have been an epic screenshot. Oh, that looks so good. If I'm quick enough, I might get an epic screenshot of it on the viaduct. This is the Nanty Glen Reservoir set up to provide electricity at peak times, just like the electric mountain at Llanberis in North Wales. What speed am I doing? Oh, I could actually speed up. This is the summit of the line. In fact, with that yellow thing is on the screen right there, which you guys can't see because I'm pointing at it. That is the summit post marker. It probably isn't, but I just decided that it is for the sake of the video. Where are we? So, I don't even know where the bloody Duchess is right now. There she blows! She is approaching the viaduct. The Nanty Glen Viaduct. Or summit. Oh yeah. What a shot. What a shot. What a legend. And I missed an opportunity for another screenshot. Oh well. I'm rubbish at taking screenshots, but I'm already bloody multitasking to do what I'm doing, so... Screenshot. And it's pretty much all downhill from here. And I'm talking about the route, not the video. I'm hoping it's not all downhill from here in the video. Actually, this video is going to be called Duchess of Negligence. What if that would count as copyright music? Because if I'm singing it myself, but it's a well-known piece of music that I'm not going to name for copyright protection reasons. Right, let's do it. Let's do it. Screenshot as well. Boom! Oh, doesn't that look good? Doesn't that look good? Oh, and I think we're going past the castle. Yes, we are. Yes. Oh, yes. Boom. Boston is here. Hello, Boston. Say hello to everybody. Hello. You gonna say hello to everyone on YouTube? No? He's talking to me again. I don't know why he wasn't, but, you know. Good boy. Good boy. Oh, that was disgusting. Go on. Go lie down, go on. Anyway, I probably should actually drive a train. You know, there's about 1,800 people on this train, all having their dinner on the Royal Scot, the Heritage Royal Scot dining experience, being driven by a guy who was more interested in the dog being sick on the floor. He wasn't actually being sick, by the way. He's just coughing, making a very strange noise. I was told to keep the fire mass at about 2,700, however the logo's just been blowing off the whole way. I think it's too much fire mass for a heritage railway. Where are we going? Oh, we're going in the correct platform. That's good. I think the RAIB's, the Railway Accident Investigation Branch's inbox tray is going to be a little bit full by the time this video is over. So we're on the downward slope towards Penwyth. We will be stopping it. Oh, sheep! Look, sheep. There is sheep everywhere. Ha ha ha! Yeah, Welsh sheep. Ha, funny. You're all so funny. You know, never heard that joke ever in my life, ever. But what a screenshot. Boom. Yep. Oh, we got to start slowing down soon, because that, up ahead, is the approach signal for the passing loop. So let's dump the brakes. Dump all the brakes! Let's spill everyone's drink and pea soup again. Poop, poop. We should start a counter tally on how many times I just dumped emergency brake, whoops. How many times did I shout poop poop during the video? If you go through this video and count, leave a comment in the description below. If anyone is actually that committed to doing it, I'd be very impressed. 15 miles an hour into the passing loop. Let's shut off the injector. Let's shut the blower off, let's shut the dampers. And roll into Penwyth Station. Boop, boop, boop. That is definitely screenshot worthy. And the Duchess is tearing up the platform edging again. Who needs platform edging when you have a Duchess? Brakes on. Full dump. Signal. I feel like I'm getting mixed signals. Sorry. That was not worthy. That was not worthy of this channel. That, however, is worthy of a screenshot. I think that's going to have to be the icon for this video. The icon shot. Beautiful. I hear a chicken. How much of the train is actually in the tunnel? Oh, like all of it. Okay. Train is clearly far too long for the platform, but who cares? Don't mind me. I know you guys are watching a video, but I'm just sat here happily taking screenshots. I could simply do this all day. So one of the things I love about this game is that you could set up a shot like this and you could just take as many screenshots as you like. Oh, excuse me. Everybody's being served their final course, the dessert. And just at the most awkward moment, power. Abrupt starting of a train. Abrupt forward motion. I hope I set the points correctly. Yes. Let's shut the reg until we're properly into the 40 zone. Penny or colliery, ladies and gents. Oh yeah. I used the joystick to sound the whistle. Come on. I may have cocked it up there. Let's see if I could do some form of arty-farty shot. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, come on. Oh yes. The drone flyby is working magnificently. Oh yeah, look at this shot. This is the best shot I've ever achieved in my life. The drone flyaway. Oh, I'm a legend. Flying away over Penwyth Colliery. And I may be going too far away. So let's see if I can bring it back in. The drone that can apparently fly at about 400,000 miles an hour. Come on, this is the face of concentration. It just takes, you know, when you get yourself an Xbox controller, it doesn't have to be the official, you know, Xbox 360 controller. It just has to be a controller that has a USB connection. If you figure out a way to do it wirelessly, then great. I have no idea how to do it, but, you know, that's up to you. I can use the trigger to come back in. Haven't actually touched the controls for a little while, so we should be accelerating at this point. Something just died. Don't know what it was. Windows just made that funny noise. No idea what just died, but everything still seems to be working. We are going up a stupidly steep hill at this point as well. Although it's quite steep by here. Maybe it is a little bit too steep. Oh no, we're taking off now. I know that there's a very, very steep gradient just there as you're coming away from Penwyth Colliery. Okay, screenshot time. Boop. Okay, we're off and running. Now this is the part where there should be some scorch marks from episode 6. Poop, poop. There they are. Okay, up to line speed now. It's all the way to Penwyth Junction. Look at those scorch marks. Mr. Edmondson had too much curry the night before, and when he farted out of the side of the cab, it set the embankment on fire! As opposed to the firebox. I wonder if it could cause an RAIB report for too much whistling. Probably. You know. Let's put some water in. How's it going back here in the coaches? Oh. I just tried to change which coach I was in, but it didn't work. 13 coaches of beauty. So, where are we? Here we are. For those of you also wondering, any screenshots that I take from these videos, I do upload them to the Facebook group. So if you wanted screenshots, then yeah, you know, come and help yourselves. I will also be making a folder for, I'm going to add like a bunch of photos from over the hills for and make a downloadable desktop background thing. If that's what you guys would like, then you could download the file and then use it to have your own AWP desktop backgrounds, and it will be free. I won't charge for that. You can pay me in digital cookies or kebabs. I will accept kebabs. I'm only allowed digital kebabs these days due to my high cholesterol. I don't actually have high cholesterol. Apparently I have above average cholesterol. Not really. Although my days of eating kebabs are probably over. Which is a shame. Rushing through Blind Coit? I don't even know anymore. I do have a slight cold, I believe. A little bit sniffly. Poop, poop. I can feel the caffeine is starting to wear off. I may have to go and have some more caffeine. And then I'll be high as a kite going back to Llandeardog Harbour. But we're almost at Blindberris. Oh, shut off the thing. Alright. I say that, you know, Duchess has done quite well, but it's used a lot more water than I was expecting. That was almost 1,000 gallons of water. And we're not even, you know, at Penwyth Junction yet. we're not far away from Penwyth Junction, granted. Let's see. You know, we're in the right section. Yep, we're in the section that takes us to Penwyth Junction, but we're not there yet. How long is it? Oh, it's 1 hour and 7 minutes into the video. We started at 12 o'clock local time on the game. Fire mass is down a little bit, but we're still blowing off like hell. I'm not going to do what I did before. I'm going to leave it at 40 miles an hour while we go through this tunnel. And then once we exit the tunnel, then I'm just going to apply the emergency brake and see what happens. So now we're leaving the Penwyth Valley and entering a different valley. As we make our approach to Penwyth Junction and then Blaenbarris. Actually, I don't think we will be going back to Llandeardog today, as I've just remembered something. I will have to leave the video at Blaenbarris again. Like the last time in the live stream, I know. Right. Shut the dampers. Brakes on. Well, that was a pretty epic shot going across that bridge. Although I may have just overcooked it. Yeah, I overcooked it. As always. We all know that I'm quite capable of overcooking things. Except when it actually comes to cooking. Oh, where are we? Where the hell is the camera? Come on, camera. There we go. Let's approach Penwyth Junction with a nice view of Tower, the Folly Tower. Poop, poop. This will be screenshot worthy, I can tell already. So we've run from Llandeardog almost to Blaenbarris with a Royal Scot full feature length, I don't know, a full formation. I don't know if that is the correct terminology. Let's see if we can stop in the correct place this time. Brakes on. No, 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 no! Too far! Damn. Never mind. Oh well. Screenshot time! How many coaches are overlapping? Oh, pretty much everything. We've just breached a very important regulation. But hey, who cares? Who cares about regulations? I am the guy that writes regulations. If any of you are actually still watching a video, just drop a comment and just say, hey, I made it almost all the way to the end. I mean, what a machine. I'm always banging on about the Great Western and how amazing it is. But this Duchess, it's just something about this Duchess in the last week or two that have just kind of captivated me. And I think I know what it is. It's because it almost looks like a Great Western Cathedral class. That has got to be what it is. I figured it out. It's almost a cathedral. That is the only thing I like about it. Andy Stovall, if you're watching this, you'll back me. 4, 6, 2, massive boiler. All it needs is a GWR safety valve bonnet. That's all it needs. And it needs to be called like Westminster Cathedral or something. Instead of Duchess. Yes. And I can feel the hatred of the LMS, the Midland fans right now. Okay, before I insult anybody else, let's go. Make the final push into Blindbarris. Probably should have checked the road first. Alright, so the loop is set. The bypass is set, rather. We need to change this one. And we need to change this one. I think. We need to change this one. And that stays the same. And that will take us into that platform. Yep. I have no idea what that does. Okay, we're off. The good thing about this part of the line here is making the approach to the main line is a slow speed limit, but that's because we need to do a token exchange. We get the permission from the signalman. We got a yellow signal, don't really know what to do with that, and it says T. I'm assuming that means token. So for the sake of train sim, I'm just going to say there's a man there standing with a token. We just passed a red light, but who cares? Man standing out the window with a token. Bajoosh! We got the token. Don't really know what I'm doing. Just wound the reverser right back. We're slowly going to make our way over the network rail metals and under the South Wales main line. No, don't press B. Wrong button. I just changed it to legacy driving mode for some reason. Sorry about that. Let's put the injector back on. Just fill her up, Mr. Water Tank. And I think we are going to have to use quite a bit of power to get up this slope because it does steepen to a significant gradient here. Let's just see what gradient is. You can even see the, the steepness, the gradient here. This is 1 in 132? Is that right? No, it's got to be steeper than that. I mean, we're powering out of it, but it feels a lot steeper than 1 in 132. Wow. This Duchess really does have a lot of power. I think we can get an episode 6-esque scene here. If we sit here. Yeah. And Di looked over to his right, or his left, where he saw the remains of Blindbarris Motive Power Depot. That was a very Over the Hills-esque scene. We're on the final, short and final into Blindbarris. I'm mixing aviation terms with railway terms here, I know. So now we're going to cross over Network Rail Metals. This is the South Wales main line. I assume that we have permission to go because we got a green signal. Poop, poop. Excuse me. There's the signalman with our token, so we're going to do a little token exchange here. Waboosh. Although I imagine if we did a token exchange at this speed, we would probably break both of his arms. Shut off the injector, because I've probably overfilled the boiler, which I have, as always. Slow down. This would be an AWP video unless I did overfill the boiler or crash into a set of buffers or something. 15 miles an hour, please. And we're going to manoeuvre our way across the intricate set of points that lead into underneath the signal gantry. Ah, no, do it properly. Get some epic screenshots. Duchess of Negligence has made it back to Blindberris, where her journey started at some point. And her adventure on the Penwyth Valley Railway is coming to an end, with the late arrival of the, what would have been, should have been here 20 minutes ago, passenger service from Llandeardog Harbour, the dining train. And is she going to destroy the platform? No, she is actually within the loading gauge of Blindberris Station. Finally. I could just, there's so many feels. No, no, she's destroyed the platform. There goes her cylinders. Completely taken out the platform at Blindberris. This is a British Railways announcement. We regret to inform you that the train that has just arrived at platform 3 has destroyed the platform by ripping it out the platform edging. Please stand back as the train has not yet come to a complete stop and is continuously demolishing Blindberris Station. Duchess of Negligence, you have earned your name today. Sam, if you enjoyed this video, feel free to make a nameplate for this loco called Duchess of Negligence. That would be an epic thing to have, an actual Duchess called Duchess of Negligence. But talking of gross negligence, we have made it. I've probably stopped in slightly the wrong position. Although, to be honest, I don't know. Maybe we would make it. Should we try? We'll shunt forward a little bit. You know, we do have plenty of room to come forward, so I'm going to come forward a little bit. I think we could come forward at least, you know, until the coach is about here, and that may give us enough room to run around at the end. Yeah, it helps if you take the brakes off, Reese. Trains tend to move when the brakes are released. Okay, brakes on. And maybe that's too far. Sound went funny then. Oh, that's a little bit too far, but is it enough at this end? No. There's no chance. We're not going to run around this train. We got no hope. I suppose I could come forward a few more inches. I'm determined to run around now just to see if I can actually do it or not. That's... Although it's a good thing I didn't come forward too far, because that point is actually set against me. Yep. Let's see if we can actually do this. I'm going to bring the train forward just a touch. This is more about intrigue now. I just want to see if I can actually do it. See, that's probably the limit of what we're going to achieve. No, there's just no hope. There is just no way. But then if I look from this angle, it kind of looks like I may achieve it. Oh. Nah, that's the limit. That's gotta be the limit, doesn't it? That has just gotta be the most I'm gonna get. And it's just ever so slightly not enough. Let's try a tiny bit more then. This is just intrigue now. I want to see if I can run around. I don't think I'm gonna fit. Come on, forward a bit more. Oh, is that too much? Is it too much? Is it too much? Is it too much? I may actually do it. Let's see. Do you know what? We may just about achieve this. I was actually planning on stopping the video once I got here, but this is just too tempting. I'm sorry, Sam. I know this is going to be like a bit of an insult to your beautiful reskin. Guys, honestly, this reskin is one of the best freeware reskins I've ever seen for Train Sim. If you want to download it, I'll put the link below in the description. I'll put a link to the Duchess in the description. I'll put a link to the coaches in the description. So, you won't be able to have the face, I'm afraid. That is kind of unique for AWP. Sorry about that. She's still blowing off. She's still full of gas. I am going to have to take some screenshots. This is going to be the most epic run round ever achieved, if I do achieve this. Running into the head shunt, running into the head shunt. Oil filter plugs. I'm getting so many feels by this loco coming up to the head shunt. It just feels right, you know. It looks right. The face fits it. The face fits beautifully, actually. Stop. Seems to be a little issue with the sounds though, but I'm not sure why that is. It might be because of my train sim, because my train sim does weird things because of all the DLC and stuff that I've had. Right. So that is set. Let's just visually double check all of the points. Yep, yep. And at this end. Yep, so we are good. So, hurdle number 1 is getting past the coaches at this end. Are we going to make it? If we make it past these ones, I have a feeling that we'll make it past on the other end. But, you know, on the rail, you know, the distance looks like it might be okay. But, of course, there is, you know, overhang from the railhead. And what I mean is, like, there's the railhead, but you can see that the loco actually extends a fair way out from the side. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh good god. Oh good god, the loco cab is gonna hit. Oh my god. Oh, with about an inch to spare. Oh my god, it might be about to strike now. Oh good god, oh good god, oh good god. The cylinder. And by a gnat's bollock, it made it through. That is definitely screenshot worthy. Duchess, you were a slippery beast. You made it through. That could be interpreted in several different ways. Please don't quote me on that. Right, well that is hurdle number 1 made. We've actually made it past. So, you know, the thing to mention about some of these period 3 coaches is that, you know, not all of them are exactly full-length coaches. Some of them are actually slightly shorter. You know, you've got, I think it's like 60 feet, and then some of them are 57 feet and 50 feet. I think Sam will be able to quote me better on that. But not all of these coaches are full-length coaches. That's just how the rake is made up. I'm just getting so many feels for this scene. Alright, granted, I think people, you know, we would have probably gone a little bit faster in a head shunt than this. But because we've got such tight tolerances to deal with, I think I'm going to keep the speed down. If we don't make it through, I may have to go back and pull the train forward a touch. I really want to make it now, just to say that we've run round the train. That's what I want to do. We could do this. I honestly believe that this is achievable. I no longer believe that this is achievable. I think that this secondary one was much tighter than the first one. And we only just made the first one. I think we're about to cause confusion and delay. But let's see what happens. Oh god, oh god, oh god. We're going way too fast. No, we're gonna hit. Oh my god. And we're just scraping all the paint off. Oh, well. Okay, so we made it by magical things. Okay, so as it turns out, Matrix Trains coaches apparently don't exist, so we made it through, but we just completely destroyed the one corner of the coach. But hey, that's what we do at Angry Welshman Productions. We made it through. Let's couple up for the pure shits and giggles. Well, I was thinking about running back to the engine depot, but, you know, me, can't be bothered. Let's couple up to this beautiful train. You're alright. 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 Oh my god, we're going a little bit too quick. Shit. Stop, 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 stop. And we collided. Ah, yes. And that's it. It's over. We shoved the train straight into the end. What did we actually do? No, we didn't. That's it, ladies and gents. Successful. Alright, the train exploded right at the end. But, oh well. So there you go, on the screen. The distance travelled is 26 miles or 43 kilometres. That's how long the Penwyth Valley Railway is. So, ladies and gents, that brings us to the end of this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've had a lot of fun today making it. So, remember to rate, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye, everyone!